Welcome to I Trust in God's Plans. This is a space for faith, reflection, and hope. I'll be sharing a series of true stories from my life. Moments where I can clearly see how God was present, even when I didn't recognize it at the time. Each story is a personal testimony of how I've come to trust God's plans, no matter how unpredictable life has been. This is the last video in the First Time I Pray series. My hope is that by telling my story, you'll be reminded of your own first prayer and maybe what it means to you now. After my dad escaped Vietnam, my mom carried the weight of our family. During the week, she works as a cashier in a hospital cafeteria, and on the weekends, she took in seamstress work to make ends meet. From time to time, we received a letter or little money from my dad, but life was still hard all across the country, and the distance only made the struggle heavier. As for me, I stopped going to church and lost all connection with God. With no one to guide me, I drifted further away. On a summer day during this rainy season, I stood on the balcony of my grandmother's second floor, watching the water rise. The sewage system in our neighborhood was poorly built, and the drain couldn't keep up. I could see the flood creeping closer to our entrance, and I knew it was only the matter of time before it came inside. In that moment, I broke down in tears and called out to God, begging Him to reunite us with my dad. I made a promise. If He answered my prayer, I would become Catholic. I can't remember exactly how much time passed between the day I first prayed and the moment my mom received the letter from the American Embassy granting us clearance to leave for America. What I do remember is how fast it all felt. Everything happened so quickly, and with that news, a family's dream of reuniting in America was certainly within reach. A few months after that day, we stood at Tân Sơn Nhất Airport in Ho Chi Minh City, surrounded by family and close friends. Our hearts were torn, excited to finally reunite with my dad in America, yet heavy with the sadness of not knowing when we would see our loved ones again. That farewell was more than a goodbye. It was the beginning of a new chapter. Our family finally reunited after many years being apart. When I look back, I see that the first time I prayed wasn't just a moment. It was a beginning. May you find beginning of your own. But beginnings aren't the whole story. After that first prayer, I thought I had found my way. Yet, life has a way of pulling us, of course. For years, I went on living without God by my side, chasing my own plans, ignoring His voice. The next series is about that season, the emptiness I felt, and the lessons I didn't know I was learning along the way. It's a story of absence. Thank you for listening and for allowing me to share the journey with you.